All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and as you can see, I picked up the brand new Heralds of Apocalypse uniform for Apocalypse. I got this thing up to Mythic, so today I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on this thing. Keep in mind that Black Friday is only a couple months away, and this is one of those uniforms that you might want to wait until then to get it for 50% off, because it's in the same league in terms of the price tag as the likes of Gladiator, Doctor Doom, Silver Surfer, Thanos, Adam Warlock, Jean Grey, etc. In terms of costs, it is exactly the same. When it's off sale, $2,500. When it's on sale, $1,500. It goes as low as $1,250 for Black Friday and the anniversary. Century obviously is a little bit more expensive, but it is what it is. Let's talk about it. Is this uniform actually worth it? Short and simple, absolutely not. These guys are shitting on Apocalypse once again. I'll tell you guys right now, the pro that comes with this uniform is it looks really good. Like, visually speaking, it looks very good. In addition to that, he is now, I would say, kind of sort of proc friendly if you care about that, but truthfully speaking, you're either going to use him with a judgment or a rage. But he has skills that you can now instantly cancel. You can literally go 3, 4, 5, and the 3 and 4 will play out in their entirety. All you need to do is make sure that you don't cancel the 5th skill until he basically roars or just spreads his arms for the 5th skill. If you cancel before that, as you can see, he does not do anything. So you want to make sure that he just flexes a little bit and then you get the 5th skill. The other skills you can literally cancel out of right away. So pretty easy, simple rotation, just 3, 4, 5. However, if you're using him in actual combat and you need to build up your 6th skill or your tier 3, you will need to use the 1 and 2. Whether you use them as the opening skills by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you use 3, 4, 5 and then use them as the filler right after. It's completely up to you. I think the best way to go is probably to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let the 5 play out, and then the additional rotation or the follow-up rotation will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait till he spreads his arms and then go into the 6. Still looks amazing to see the meteor crash down, even though we have so many characters in the game that uses meteors. But that's about where it ends for the pros about this uniform. Oh, that's not true. Okay, fine. They gave him remove all debuffs for mutants, even though we already have Angel and Exodus that, well, I guess Angel removes it for everyone. Exodus does it for just mutants. Truthfully speaking, we did not need another person to remove debuffs for mutants. I'm looking at all of the characters that he can remove debuffs for, and then you look at how many of them can actually be used in PvP, and you can kind of see where you don't need him, because sure, his tier 2 passive is decent with the ignore dodge and the 45% damage reduction, but his uniform bonus is kind of trash. Skill damage and bonus damage is good. Immunity to incapacitation is nice, but 70% chance to penetrate mind immunity is fucking garbage, because the characters that have mind immunity, you don't use them in freaking PvP, like, you know what I'm saying? And like mind immunity, bro, when literally the only way he can penetrate is his tier 3. He literally has to live long enough to get to his tier 3 against the likes of Silver Surfer, Sentry, Wolverine, Adam Warlock. Like, absolutely not. He's never getting to his tier 3. And just to shaft him even further, they made sure that if you pick up this uniform for Apocalypse and spend that 1,500 crystals, you still won't be able to use him in PvP until you buy his freaking artifact, because that's literally the only thing that makes him viable for PvP, the ability to revive. So what exactly are we trying to do with this uniform? He doesn't have damage accumulation. They gave him freaking iframe ignore on a skill that, truthfully speaking, isn't even going to do that much damage because this man doesn't have damage accumulation and he doesn't have penetration. So like what the hell is going on here, bro? I literally skipped over Mr. Fantastic because he was a mediocre and still is a mediocre combat tier 4. I skipped over Hulkbuster for the same reason that I'm going to skip over Apocalypse, because they gave him iframe ignore in a kit that doesn't have penetration. And they like what the fuck is going on with these guys, bro? Like, I'm actually getting legitimately annoyed with them. Like, I've been giving them a lot of grace by not making like 5 videos, 10 videos, and just constantly bitching and moaning. I feel like I'm just way too old for it now at this point. But like, what the hell is going on? This uniform is the same price as Gladiator. Let's keep that in mind. I'm not even a Gladiator dick rider. Like, I actually don't like playing this guy for the simple fact that it's kind of annoying to transfer the proc from his 5th skill over to his 4th skill, and the fact that his freaking 6th skill is super annoying because it doesn't track properly. Like, if the enemy moves, the shit misses, then you lose a bunch of damage. But Gladiator, 1500 crystals, way better kit than Apocalypse, and I can do this all day. Like, sure, his uniform bonus is not that great, but the rest of his kit that he got from this uniform is vastly superior. Like, I don't understand what is going on. This man has 100% 100% chance to penetrate everything. Sure, he doesn't have iframe ignoring this kid, and I think that's what's going on here. They're just deliberately shafting characters to sell future uniform. Like, even freaking Adam Warlock, that's like what, 2 years old at this point, is significantly better than Apocalypse. Like what the fuck is going on with these guys, bro? Look at this man's uniform bonus and look at his kit, right? And then compare that to Apocalypse and compare the price. Like, it literally makes no sense. Same thing for Silver Surfer, bro. This is also another uniform that costs you 1500 crystals. Like, if you had to choose between Apocalypse and Silver Surfer, or Apocalypse and Adam Warlock, or Apocalypse and Jean Grey, or Apocalypse and Thanos, like, literally that's what you have to do, right? Because these uniforms cost the same amount of crystals. They should be offering you similar value, no? But there's like a vast difference in how much you get from all of these other uniforms compared to Apocalypse. This man is ABL meta. I would say ABX and ABL meta. Adam Warlock is still a force to be reckoned with. You might not see him recently in timeline battle, but that's because they refused to ban Sentry, Wolverine, or Silver Surfer. But if any of those 3 get banned, he's immediately the 4th man in. And then you have Thanos waiting in the wing if Adam Warlock happens to get banned as well, right? It literally makes no sense what these devs are doing. Apocalypse is a character that people have waited on for years to get something. They give him a uniform. The uniform is trash, like undercooked as fuck.
That is one big pile of shit.
And then on top of that, they gave him a freaking mediocre tier 4. Let's be real, guys. Apocalypse is not going to, in most cases, live long enough to activate his tier 4 or his tier 3. He's literally just gonna get bodied in timeline. You're at most gonna be spending 1500 crystals to use this man for AC and Otherworld Arena. And the only reason he would be viable for Otherworld Arena is if everybody else is banned, because they like to do that, right? Like, if you go in Otherworld Arena right now, like, the ban list is crazy, and I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with banning characters so that you can actually use other characters and not just the same freaking characters over and over and over again. Like, you can see the debuff list is actually insane, bro. And it's good for diversity. Where's that diversity for timeline battle? I have no freaking idea, but holy shit, Apocalypse got shafted big time. If you are on a budget, I would say wait until Black Friday, get this thing on sale if you like Apocalypse. If not, I think you can skip over this one, just like you probably skipped over Hulkbuster and Mr. Fantastic. All right, so I'm sure some of you guys want to see the difference between the Messiah Complex uniform and this one. So that's what I'm gonna do right here really quickly. There is a big difference, but do keep in mind that the other uniform is significantly older, bro. Like, no one was using Apocalypse with that at this point. It's like 4 years old, right? Keep in mind, I do not have a damage proc on him because he was not worthy of it. Of a damage proc. The most I would have given this guy at this point is CTP of Authority for Alliance Conquest, right? So I'm gonna show you guys what the difference looks like between the two uniforms. It's night and day, to be honest. I'll give him props that, or I guess kudos that they did do one good thing where his fifth skill has stun immunity on it, so no can't pull you out of your fifth skill when you start it. You start it and then he tries to go for the Clintar cage. He can't pull you out of your fifth skill, so that's cool. But like, bro, most people don't play null. I'm only doing null because I just want to show you guys a quick little test here. And I also deliberately did not use tier 4 strikers because I wanted this to just run its course and show you guys. So keep in mind, 125. Could I do a little bit faster? Sure, but keep in mind we're not using a damage proc. Now, this uniform for Apocalypse, you can't instantly cancel anything. So do keep that in mind. So you got to go 5 slight delay, 4 slight delay, then 3, then 2, then 1. And then you repeat that. Because you got to use all of them skills, okay? Second rotation, skip up the 2 and 1. Go ahead and just throw them in there so we can get... We got to use the tier 3 as often as possible because that's literally the only way to do damage. And I noticed that it's similar, or that is also the case with the new uniform as well. The tier 3 rotation is when we do the most damage, which I guess it does kind of make sense, but like... okay, it's just interesting that they looked at this and decided, you know what, Apocalypse didn't need anything crazy. Doesn't need damage accumulation, doesn't need penetration natively. Just mind penetration is fine, because you know PvP is overrun with mind-based characters that Apocalypse need to penetrate mind immunity of. Like, what a fuck joke. Holy fuck. Anyways, you know, I do kind of feel bad for the people coming to the game right now because they're getting like the worst, like the worst experience of Marvel Future Fight, bro. Like, I'm happy I started Marvel Future Fight when it first came out because I got to see the rise and I got to see the peak. Because now we're in like literally the decline, the Great Depression, bro. This is literally the Great fucking Depression. Like, at this pace, I'm pretty sure they're gonna kill the game after the 10-year anniversary. Like, there's not gonna be many people playing, bro. Like, they're gonna drop tier 5 for the 10th year anniversary, and then people are gonna be like, oh, what's tier 5? Let's see what it is, and then they're like, all right, cool, bet I'm off this. Because it's literally just gonna be a little money grab to catch as much of the whales that they can, and then that's freaking it, bro. Like, you can see what's happening, bro. They're just dropping as many tier 4s as they freaking can, as quickly as they can, and all of them are just half-baked garbage. It literally is, like. And I'm sure people are gonna be like, oh, this new game mode that's coming is probably gonna be great. You can farm tier 4 materials from there, and Apocalypse is gonna be good for their... Bruv. If Apocalypse is good for a game mode, best believe that there's gonna be plenty of other characters that are better than him. Like, this new uniform for Apocalypse is not groundbreaking by any means, bro. If Apocalypse is good for the new game mode, even if it's just like, oh, because he's a combat gladiator is gonna be better. If it's because he's a combat mutant, Wolverine, sorry, the name was probably going to be better, but Wolverine is definitely going to be better. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's specific, where it's like, oh, you have to be a combat mutant supervillain. You know what I'm saying? Then it's him and fucking like Namor fighting for it, I guess, right? But if it's combat supervillain, he immediately loses to Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Hulk is tanky as a motherfucker, and he's super strong now. Like, hitting 12 million plus in ABL and freaking like 16 million plus some roles probably even more in ABX. So like realistically, I don't know what these devs are smoking. I don't know what they're expecting people to use Apocalypse, but they need to do a lot better. They need to go back and improve this uniform, because otherwise it's just a fucking waste of time, bro.